Hello everyone. Welcome to History class of Standard 7th. Dear students, let's move on to question answers of lesson number 2. India before the times of Shivaji Maharaj. Let's start with question number 1. Name the following. Queen of Golconda, Rani Durgavati, son of Uday Singh, Maharana Pratap, founder of the Mughal dynasty, Babur, the first Sultan of Bahmani kingdom, Hasan Gangu, the fighting force established by Guru Gobind Singh, Khalsa Dal, the capital of Yadav dynasty, Devgiri, was defeated in the second battle of Tarai, Prithviraj Chauhan, a Slav who became a Sultan, Qutbuddin Aibak. Question number 2. Find the odd one out. Sultan Muhammad, Qutbuddin Aibak, Muhammad Ghuri, Babur. Babur is the odd one. Adil Shahi, Nizam Shahi, Sultanate, Barid Shahi. Sultanate is the odd one. Akbar, Humayun, Sher Shah, Aurangzeb. Sher Shah is the odd one. Let's move on to question number 3. Complete the timeline. 1336 CE, foundation of Vijayanagar kingdom. Foundation of the Bahmani kingdom. 1347 CE. 1509 CE, Krishnadev Rai ascended to the throne of Vijayanagar. Foundation of the Mughal power. 1526 CE. Foundation of Delhi Sultanate. 1206 CE. End of Delhi Sultanate. 1526 CE. Humayun succeeded Babur. 1530 CE. 1707 CE, death of Aurangzeb. Question number 4. Select the appropriate alternative. Which was the famous dynasty in Bengal during the 8th century? Pal. Which of the following is not a Rajput dynasty? Rashtrakuta. Whom did Prithviraj Chauhan defeat in the first battle of Tarai? Muhammad Ghuri. Which Hoysal king brought the whole Karnataka under his rule? Vishnuvardhan. The navy of ruler of which royal dynasty conquered Maldives Islands and Sri Lanka? Chola. In which battle did Babur defeat Rana Sangha? Battle of Khanwa. Who led the Ahoms in their guerrilla warfare against the Mughals? Lachit Borphukan. Let's move on to next question. Complete the following table. Founders are Harihar and Bukka. Capital is Hampi. Political power is Vijayanagar. Political power Bahmani. Founder Hasan Gangu. Capital Gulbarga. Political power Mughal. Founder Babur. Capital Delhi. Political power Nizam Shahi. Founder Chand Bibi. Capital Ahmednagar. Political power Yadava. Founder Bhillam 5. Capital Devgiri. Question number 6. Complete the following diagrams. Fragments of Bahmani kingdom. Barid Shahi of Bidar, Adil Shahi of Bijapur, Nizam Shahi of Ahmednagar, Qutub Shahi of Golconda, Imad Shahi of Warad. Temples looted by Mahmud Ghazni, Mathura, Vrindavan, Somnath, Kanauj. Question number 7. Answer the following in brief. How did the kingdoms of Vijayanagar and Bahmani emerge? There were many revolts in the south against the weak central power of Delhi. The disintegration of Tughlaq Empire began during the reign of Muhammad Tughlaq. The formidable revolts led by Harihar and Bukka led to the emerge of Vijayanagar kingdom. The formidable revolt led by Hasan Gangu led the emergence of Bahamani kingdom. What reforms did Mahmud Gawan make? Mahmud Gawan, the chief wazir in the Bahamani kingdom, started the practice of paying soldiers in cash instead of land grants. He brought discipline in the army. He introduced many reforms in the land revenue system. He opened a madrasa at Bidar for Arabic and Persian studies. Question number 3. Why did it become impossible for Mughals to strengthen their base in Assam? The Mughals were engaged in a long conflict with Ahoms in the region of Brahmaputra river. The Ahoms united under the leadership of Gadadhar Sinha. Commander Lachit Borphukan gave an intense resistance to them. The Ahoms used guerrilla techniques in the conflict with the Mughals. As a result, it became impossible for the Mughals to strengthen their base in Assam. Let's move on to question number 8. Give reasons for the following statements. The Bahamani kingdom disintegrated into 5 fragments. Factionism among the Bahamani Sardars increased after the death of Mahmud Gawan. The conflict with the Vijayanagar kingdom had an adverse effect on the Bahamani kingdom. Provincial governors began to act more independently. All these factors led to the disintegration of Bahamani kingdom into 5 fragments. Rana Sanga's army was defeated in the Battle of Khanwa. After the Battle of Panipat, Rana Sanga of Mewad had brought together all Rajput kings. A battle was fought between Babur and Rana Sanga at Khanwa. However, Babur's artillery and reserved forces played a key role in the battle. As a result, Rana Sanga's army was defeated in the Battle of Khanwa. Maharana Pratap has become immortal in history. Maharana Pratap of Mewad continued the struggle for existence. He gave a valiant fight to Akbar to maintain the independence of Mewad. Hence, Maharana Pratap has become immortal in the history for his valor, courage, self-respect and sacrifices. Next question. Aurangzeb imprisoned Guru Tej Bahadur. Guru Tej Bahadur was the 9th Guru of Sikhs. He strongly protested against Aurangzeb's policy of religious intolerance. Hence, Aurangzeb imprisoned and beheaded Guru Tej Bahadur in 1675 CE. The Rajputs fought against the Mughals. Aurangzeb failed to secure cooperation from Rajputs due to his expansionist policy. He had annexed Marwad after the death of Rana Jaswant Singh. Durgadas Rathod crowned Ajit Singh, the minor son of Jaswant Singh, and fought against Aurangzeb for the survival of Marwad. Next question. The Delhi Sultanate come to an end. The relationship between Sultan Ibrahim Lodi and Daulat Khan Lodi, the governor of Punjab, was strained. Daulat Khan invited Babur, the ruler of Kabul, to invade India. In ensuing First Battle of Panipat in 1526 CE, Babur made effective use of artillery and defeated the army of Ibrahim Lodi. As a result, the Delhi Sultanate come to an end. Let's move on to next question. Question number 9. Write about them briefly in your own words. Krishna Dev Rai. Krishnadev Rai ascended the throne of Vijayanagar in 1509 CE. He conquered and annexed Vijayawada and Rajmahendri to his kingdom. He defeated the combined forces of Bahmani sultans led by Mahmud Shah. He was capable ruler and great general. He was a great scholar and wrote Amukta compendium on polity in Telugu. He built beautiful Hazararam temple and Vitthal temple. Chand Bibi. Chand Bibi was a capable daughter of Hussain Nizam Shah of Ahmednagar. She bravely defended Ahmednagar fort against the Mughal attack in 1595 CE. However, the internal strife in the court of Nizam Shah resulted in the murder of Chand Bibi. This led to the capture of Ahmednagar fort by Mughals. Rani Durgavati. Rani Durgavati belonged to Chandel Rajput family. She became queen of Golconda after her marriage. She was an excellent administrator. After the death of her husband, she fought for a long time against the army of Akbar. She did not surrender and died on the battlefield while fighting against the Mughal army. Qutbuddin Aibak. Qutbuddin Aibak was a Slav, but due to his bravery, he became a Sardar in the army of Muhammad Ghuri. He was appointed to govern the territory conquered by Ghuri in India. After the death of Ghuri, he became the ruler of Delhi. He ruled India from 1206 to 1210 CE. Babur. Prior to founding the Mughal power in India, Babur was the king of Fargana, Uzbekistan in Central Asia. On invasion of Daulat Khan Lodi, he invaded India and defeated the army of Sultan Ibrahim Lodi in the first battle of Panipat on 21st April 1526 CE. He made effective use of artillery for the first time in India. Thereafter, he defeated the Rajput rulers in the battle of Khanwa. He died in 1530 CE and was succeeded by his son Humayun. Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb became the emperor in 1658 CE and ruled for almost 50 years till his death in 1707. During his time, the Mughal Empire extended from Kashmir in the north to Ahmednagar in the south, from Kabul in the west to Bengal in the east. He added Assam in the east, the kingdoms of Bijapur and Golconda and the parts of Maharashtra in the south. However, strong reaction against his policy of intolerance led to the resistance from the Sikhs in Punjab, the Ahoms in Assam, the Rajputs in Rajasthan and the Marathas led by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. However, the continuous warfare weakened the Mughal Empire during the lifetime of Aurangzeb. Its decline started after the death of Aurangzeb in 1707 CE. Let's move on to open-ended question. What virtues do you expect from a ruler? The ruler should be an intelligent and capable administrator. He should command respect of his officials and ensure discipline among them. He should take interest in the day-to-day administration and frame prudent policies in consultations with his ministers, high officials. He should evoke trust and respect among the rulers of the neighboring state and manage friendly relations with them all. He should resolve disputes by peaceful means like negotiations, as wars have disastrous consequences. He should be compassionate and a father figure to his subjects. He should work for their welfare. He should encourage literature, education, art and architecture.